Welcome back, guys. Well, today we are going to start out moving a little bit of equipment around. Finished up our big project over there at the coal mine last video, and starting on, well, we've got like half a dozen projects. We're just not really sure which ones to tackle first. So I'm gonna start by moving some equipment around. Some of it's getting ready for fall. Actually, most of it's getting ready for fall. But what project we start with depends on what we can get out first. So we've got to get this auger cart, which has a nice brand new tarp on it finally. Got damaged when it was delivered last summer, and we just now able to get it replaced. All right, well, I think we're actually going to put this auger cart where the 2660 is sitting. So Dustin's going to back that out if you want to fire that 8335 up, and we'll just hook it onto the 2660 for a minute to get it pulled out.
I haven't run a tractor since I ran that cultivator like 8 years ago.
That's true. We have not ran any tractors since Kyle's been here.
As long as all 3 dots are covered.
I guess Kyle gets another lesson today. Okay, now that right there is the key. So on all of these, except for the older tractor, all of our tractors are IVT. You've got your F1 and your F2. You don't clutch or anything really. Just for this, you've got your F1, or your F2 is currently at 15, which that really doesn't matter. We'll take your F1 down just a little bit, just because. And then you just, literally just slide it forward, and it'll go. This will all be good practice for Kyle. Let him run the tractors around the barn lot when he's not overly worried about going down the road. Forward. Yeah, there you go. Alright, so since this is just getting hooked up real quick, I'm just going to hook up the big raise and lowers. All right, go ahead and raise on number 1. All right, now that opens up a spot. We're gonna back the auger cart back in here. It's gonna be just a lot of switcheroo with equipment for a little while. I kind of hate having to drop this 8360 off the auger cart because that's the tractor that's gonna run the auger cart this fall and harvest. But when we're not using anything else and it comes to what tractor we want to use on the 2660, the 8360 is the best choice. It's got the most horsepower. That'll work. Look at that. Hey. Yep. All right. Now, Kyle is supposed to be unhooking that 8335 from the 2660 so that we can get this tractor hooked up to it now that it's free. You want to learn which ones are which?
I know these two go up and down.
Yep. Which side do the zip ties go on?
Left side, isn't it? Outside.
The outside?
Facing out.
Right side.
Right side?
Yep. Hydraulics always go under, electronics go over. Well, guys, you learn something every day. That's the air seeder, which we won't worry about right now. You learn something every day. Something I never even realized. Purple coupler, purple lid, brown. We've got those switched. That's so we are right. Okay, so see, these need switched. Yep. Blue coupler, blue cap. Green, green.
That's like John Deere.
Been doing this my whole life and I never knew that. Alright, so we finally got the hydraulics hooked up. That's what happens when a tillage equipment has 6 circuits and you hook them up twice a year. Unfold it, work everything, make sure everything's talking and everything's hooked up the right way. Looks like Dad's got the combine started. No dead batteries this time. Oh yeah, plenty of gas. Gonna blow the combine off over there as I was saying before my battery died. Because our lot is getting a little crowded at the moment. And we don't want piles of chaff and debris in our driveway. So let's get our little air compressor out there and we'll get Kyle or Dustin started blowing that thing off.
You'll break your knife.
Psych, already did.
Where this was sitting?
Now, of course, this is the side that gets all. Yeah, this is the side that will.
Not terrible.
No, it's really. It's crazy. 80 acres doesn't really do a whole lot.
Nope.
All right, rock, paper, scissors on who gets to blow this out.
I did the planter, or the bean head.
This is a whole new day. According to Ashton, Dustin is no longer deemed the apprentice. you have acquired that title.
I don't know, we probably have the same amount of years in, if you count my unpaid childhood years.
Your child labor child labor does not count.
If I didn't get a paycheck, it doesn't count.
That's right. Looks like Kyle lost the bet on that one. Dad's moving some things around the shop in order to get the combine in once it's blown off. And then I think we're gonna do a little cleanup on the planters here in a little bit. You guys want a little sneak peek of what we're adding to the combine? Finally getting one of those adjustable spouts. That's like what's on the X9s. That way Dad can control where he's throwing the grain from the spout. And then we've also got a cross auger shutoff kit to where if Dad doesn't want to empty the tank the entire way, he can shut his cross augers off and empty out his main auger without having to be empty. Because right now, if Dad doesn't want the tank emptied, he has to leave his main auger full, and that's a lot of weight hanging out there for no reason. So with the shutoff, that eliminates that, and we can empty out the main auger on its own. Well, looks like we cleaned all the mini hoppers out, and that makes sense because the last thing Dad planted was sweet corn, so he would have planted his mini hoppers out, but he would have shut his tanks off. So there's a chance there might be a little bit of seed in here still. Yep, I'd say maybe half a bag. Yeah, a little more in this side. But not bad at all. Alright, I'm going to give them a chance to get those tanks empty real quick. I'm going to go spin this combine around for Kyle. Well, hello.
You're in my way.
Well, you see, everything else is in our way. So,
There's trucks everywhere.
there's stuff everywhere right now.
Okay. I'll pull up
Find a spot.
somewhere, yeah.
Find a spot. All right, now that the seed is all out and taken care of, we have not ran water through that liquid system yet like we should have. So we're gonna run water through it real quick. We don't have enough RV antifreeze to actually winterize it, but we at least want to get the salt flushed out of the lines. And that doesn't take long at all, so should be a quick and easy process. Is that enough?
Probably.
Really? Okay. Okay. I was being sarcastic, but if that'll work. What are the odds? She's out of fuel.
Can't reach it.
Stretch! Stretch! Alright. Alright, now it's just a simple. First, making sure all your valves are open.
Everything on the back open.
That one up front that I just turned on, and then that one. Yep. Now it's just a simple matter of going through his checks. He's got to go through his high and low side. These V-applies have two different meters, a high and a low. So he's got to go through both in order to get water flushed through both sides, and then it's literally as simple as that. Hey, look, guys. Those are color coded too. Our tractors are new enough for that, but I think the 2660 is the only piece of equipment that we have that's new enough that the hydraulics are color coded themselves as well. Everything else was manufactured before they started doing those color coding. And looks like each row's only got one of two squirting. Yep. It's what happens when you let nitrogen sit in them too long. The tips of those knives are so small that they plug up, whether it's with rust or just caked on dirt. Yeah, unfortunately all those knives are going to need replaced next year.
Some of those are like sharp as knives.
Yeah.
Well, we flipped them, didn't we?
We flipped them last year to get wear out of the other side.
Yep, they are definitely to a point on some of them.
Yep. Just one of the many maintenance items that we have to do this winter. But as you can tell, like for this row specifically, this right side was spraying, this left side was not. So all you got to do is you come in here, and then that's it. And now that one should spray normal. It's just the very tip that gets plugged. I would say over 50% of those were plugged. But there's no doubt those will all need replaced before next year. Got all that nasty nitrogen out of them. If only we had enough RV antifreeze, we could dump in the tank and winterize it real quick. But unfortunately we don't, so we'll have to do that at another date. Are you getting her?
This one sucks.
There you go. Oh, maybe. All right, well, everything is set up for tomorrow. I think we're going to start getting that tore apart and our goodies put on. So, did you guys know a pig can run a 7-minute mile? Now, how they figured that out, I don't have a clue, but that's what they say. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. We'll see you in the next one.